Japanese Bruce Lee Naoya Inoue. You may have heard of Bruce Lee, the world's top Chinese-American martial artist, but here's another fighter, Naoya Inoue, aka Japanese Bruce Lee. He's also known as the Monster, who knocks his opponents down with his powerful punches thrown at their faces and body. Since his first fight in the professional ring on October 2, 2012, the Japanese boxer Naoya Inoue managed to become one of the leading boxers. He knocked out a Filipino champion, Christian Omayom, in the 4th round. He continued to beat his opponents one after the other without giving them a chance to win the fight. Starting in the first lightest weight category under 49 kilograms, Naoya Inoue won 2 more fights and became the world champion in the first and second lightest category. In this video, we are going to reveal the most dominant fight wins of Naoya Inoue, the Monster. Let's get started. Number 12. Naoya Inoue vs. Omayom. Tokyo, Japan in 2012, Naoya Inoue vs. Omayom, the Philippines Christian, was the first professional test for the 19-year-old debutant, and the rather tough Omayom did not let his opponent relax. At the start of the match, Omayom managed to use the best blocking techniques, but Naoya created difficulty throughout the match for Omayom, who had dodged sharply to somehow remain in the game. But Inoue's hard strikes turned his opponent into a first of a long list of victims of the Japanese Monster. Number 11. Naoya Inoue vs. Adrian Hernandez. Tokyo, Japan in 2014, Naoya Inoue vs. Adrian Hernandez. Naoya Inoue met with Mexican world champion Adrian Hernandez in his 6th match in the professional reign. For Hernandez, it was the 6th WBC title defense. Naoya Inoue had only 6 rounds to capture this title, where Hernandez constantly tried to utilize his fighting techniques, but missed each time because of Inoue's speed. Inoue knocked out his opponent in the 6th round, and the sympathetic referee acknowledged the failure of Hernandez's next defense. Thus, Naoya, at the age of 20, became the new world champion in the WBC first lightest weight category up to 49 kilograms. Number 10. Naoya Inoue vs. Witawas Basapea. Tokyo, Japan 2014, Naoya Inoue vs. Witawas Basapea. Bursting into boxing history thanks to Naoya Inoue for winning the WBC title in the fewest number of fights. Naoya Inoue was overwhelmed with confidence in his first defense. His opponent was a classical option for meeting an enemy who could create difficulties for the young champion. The fight lasted for 11 rounds. In this match, Basapea was knocked down 2 times. As a result, Naoya won by technical knockout. Number 9. Naoya Inoue vs. Omar Narvaez. Tokyo, Japan 2014, Naoya Inoue vs. Omar Narvaez. Naoya Inoue met with Omar Narvaez in the ring. Narvaez was recognized as number 1 in the 2nd lightweight division. For this meeting, Naoya rose immediately 2 weight categories, but against the hardest blows of the monster Naoya, the WBC world champion had no chance to throw even a single punch. Having been knocked to the ring floor twice in the first round, and then again 2 more times in the second, Narvaez conceded the defeat. Inoue won the world champion title in the 2nd lightest weight category. Thus, in this way, Inoue set another record and became the world champion in 2 weight categories within 8 fights. This record was broken only in June 2016, when the Ukrainian fighter became the champion in 7 fights. Number 8. Naoya Inoue vs. Warlito Parrenas. Tokyo, Japan 2015, Naoya Inoue vs. Warlito Parrenas. If the experienced Narvaez was not able to cope with this hurricane, then what can we say about the little-known Filipino Paranas? He was looking very scared from the beginning and not like a man who could cope with the power of a champion. The result was obvious from the start, and I guess you know it as well. Naoya Inoue defeated Paranas badly. Number 7. Naoya Inoue vs. Ricardo Rodriguez. Tokyo, Japan 2017, Naoya Inoue vs. Emmanuel Rodriguez. During the fifth defense of his WBO title, Naoya defeated the promising fighter Ricardo Rodriguez, 4 years his senior. Having quickly seen the weaknesses of his opponent from Mexico, he dominated for 2 rounds, and in the third round, Rodriguez was sent to the floor twice. After a final hit from the champion, Ricardo Rodriguez was no longer able to respond and couldn't rise before the referee's countdown. Number 6. Naoya Inoue vs. Antonio Nieves. California, USA 2017. On the night of September 9, 2017, the fight took place between Naoya Inoue and American Antonio Nieves for the belt of the world champion in the WBC second flyweight category. For Inoue, this was the 6th defense. Antonio Nieves ended up on the floor in the 5th round and then missed several harder blows to the head and body. In round 6, Inoue's opponent refused to continue the fight. The referee stopped the match, and victory was announced for Naoya Inoue. Number 5. Naoya Inoue vs. Johann Boyo. Kanagawa, Japan 2017, Naoya Inoue vs. Johann Boyo, the French boxer. During the 7th defense of the belt, French boxer Johann Boyo became the victim of Inoue. In the first round, Naoya Inoue hit the Frenchman hard and sent him to the ring floor with his famous left hook. Naoya keeps throwing punches on his opponent's face and head. Boyo fell and 4 times in total until the referee counted a knockout in the 3rd round. Number 4. Naoya Inoue vs. Jimmy McDonnell. Tokyo, Japan 2019, Naoya Inoue vs. Jimmy McDonnell. On May 25, 2018, Jimmy McDonnell, a British boxing professional in the lightweight category, met Inoue to hold the 7th defense of his WBA title in 4 years. The fight started and Naoya the Monster broke all the plans of his opponent. Each powerful blow from Inoue shocked McDonnell. Inoue did not give him a fraction of a second to respond. McDonnell tried to strike Inoue hard, but all in vain. In the first round, Inoue won the match. After winning this match, Inoue became the world champion in the 3rd category. Number 3. Naoya Inoue vs. Juan Carlos Payano. Yokohama, Japan 2018, Naoya Inoue vs. Juan Carlos Payano, the Dominican boxer. After defeating British boxer Jimmy Naoya Inoue announced that he would take part in the 2nd season of the World Boxing Super Series. On October 7, 2018, as a part of the quarterfinal of this tournament, Naoya Inoue knocked out former Dominican world champion boxer Juan Carlos Payano in the very first round of the match. Number 2. Naoya Inoue vs. Emmanuel Rodriguez. Glasgow, Scotland, United Kingdom 2019, Naoya Inoue vs. Emmanuel Rodriguez. After defeating Payano in the ring, the next step for Inoue was the semi-final of the World Boxing Super Series in Scotland. Here he met the energetic and undefeated IBF Bantamweight champion from Puerto Rico, Emmanuel Rodriguez. Rodriguez, meeting Inoue 2nd time in the ring, decided to teach Inoue a good lesson, but when the match started, his opponent Inoue left him unable to answer his strikes. Rodriguez fell on the floor of the ring 2 times in this course. In the 2nd round, Inoue knocked out his opponent. Number 1. Naoya Inoue vs. Nonito Gonzalez Donaire. Saitama, Japan 2019, Naoya Inoue vs. Nonito Gonzalez Donaire. On November 7, 2019, the final of the World Boxing Super Series was held between WBA Bantamweight champion Nonito Gonzalez Donaire. In the first half of the fight, both boxers exchanged punches. In the 2nd round, Inoue threw a strong left-hand punch on the eyes of his opponent, which led to an injury near the right eyebrow, but Nonito Donaire somehow found the strength to continue the fight. In the 11th round, Inoue knocked Donaire down with a left hook to the liver. Donaire managed to rise at the count of 9. In the end, Inoue won by unanimous decision. After winning the tournament, Inoue became the clear leader in this weight category. He already had 2 of the 4 most prestigious titles, WBO and IBF. I hope you enjoyed the video seeing Naoya destroying all the legit boxers. For more interesting and fighting videos, make sure to subscribe to our channel and press that notification button. Goodbye.